Whether it's high school or Washington, it's never easy being a freshman.
Walking through the tunnels to try to be able to get to the Capitol for votes on time, that's interesting, and I have gotten myself lost a few times, and you just ask for help.
On just his 12th day in Congress, Pete Stauber was still learning the Capitol layout, still getting his office set up, still developing a daily routine, and still pinching himself that he's gone from county commissioner to U.S. congressman.
It's surreal. You walk by other offices, senior members of Congress on both sides that have been here, doing a great job for many years. You think, you're a part of that, we hope, part of the solution.
We caught up with Stauber on day 25 of the partial government shutdown. Washington was snow-covered, cold, and quiet. But inside his office building, things moved quickly with meetings, phone calls, and occasional votes requiring an 8-minute walk to the Capitol via an underground tunnel.
It's like when my alarm clock at 5:53 a.m., when it hits, it's all of a sudden it's 10 p.m. at night.
Stauber starts each day before sunrise with a trip to church, breakfast, and into the office before anyone else gets there.
I actually attend Mass, a daily Mass at St. Peter's right down the street here at 7 a.m. After Mass, I go to have a quick bite to eat, and then I come right to the office. Staff's not here yet. I'm here about 7:35 or so, 7:40. And I'm prepping for the day.
The long days and breakneck pace of the day are especially tough on freshman congressmen, but Stauber says that his time on the police force actually prepared him well.
Coming from my law enforcement profession, we did that on, my day started at 3:50 a.m. when I was on day shift. But it's just the calls for service all day. This is the same in a very similar way, Dan. You're just busy meeting people, and you want to give them the time because everybody that comes and wants to talk, their issue is important. And it's my job to make sure that I understand their issue, take them serious, and get all the information from them.
But he's also using that law enforcement background to fight for the issue of the moment in Washington, border security. That's why he made it the topic of his very first House floor speech.
Believe it or not, the drugs that are crossing our southern border even make their way to the most northern communities in my great state of Minnesota. During my 23 years as a law enforcement officer, I worked tirelessly to keep illegal drugs off the streets.
Democrats in Congress accuse Stauber and other Republicans of manufacturing a crisis at the border to get funding for the president's long-talked-about wall. But Stauber maintains it is a crisis and a fight worth funding.
What's happening is the president has asked for $5.7 billion, and he's asking that because the professionals, the border security experts on the border, that's what they're saying we need to secure our border. So the $5.7 billion is that starting mark, and at this point, Speaker Pelosi and their leadership haven't even given a counteroffer. So I think that I would hope that they want to come and negotiate with the administration, because we need to get the government open. These 800,000 federal employees should and must get paid. Like I've said, if I lose my marriage...
8 more days have passed since we sat down with the congressman, and still no sign of a shutdown conclusion. And while the border remains the national story, Stauber says he remains focused on doing what's best for the people who sent him to Washington.
I've said, Dan, that I'm not bringing a red playbook or a blue playbook to this office or Washington. I want to do what's best for the people in the 8th District.